Okay, for the third time I'm going to try film this vlog. My GoPro is blowing up, but try and remember everything I've just said, which I did quite well. I'm miles behind, I'm like 2 weeks late, so I'm going to get straight into this and talk about what was a really awesome week 2 weeks ago, following on from my last vlog. So at the end of the last one, I'd just been a few days in Cartagena and the really gorgeous Playa Blanca beach. I took a bus along to the next kind of main city, or main kind of tourist stop along the north coast of Colombia, which is Santa Marta. The city itself is nothing to really write home about, but it's kind of like the gateway to loads of really cool stuff and beaches and parks and stuff along the northern coast of Colombia. I stayed in a really nice cool hostel called the Dreamer, which was a bit out of the town, not much around it, but just a very easy place to chill, which I did do for a couple of days. Didn't do that much, like read my book by the pool. It looks like this, by the way. So that was good. It was next to a cinema, so I went for the first time in 8 months to the cinema, which was a very good experience. I saw the new Avengers Infinity War movie. Amazing, if anyone's seen that. But yeah, that was good. Nice to relax for a couple of days. I then went to a small, I can't even call it a village, it was like a place in the middle of the forest about 30-40 minutes away from Santa Marta, called Paso del Mango. I was going there to meet a German lad called Julian, who Rich and Sam and I had met ages ago, and quite near the start of the trip in Mexico, like end of November I think. He was coming back on holiday from Germany for 3 weeks, and he sent me a message on Instagram because he saw I was nearby. So I spent a couple of days with him and his mate Stefan and a couple of Dutch girls up right in the middle of the forest at this really cool hostel, Carpe Diem hostel, that was just literally just built into the woods. Little pool, simple dorm room. Main thing we did there was go on a really cool hike. Because like 3 different waterfalls that we could swim in, which looked like this. So that was really cool. On the walk back, it properly rained, like rained. Like, it is rainy season at the moment in Colombia. Like, it doesn't actually rain that much, certainly not every day, but when it does, and you get a couple of hours of like super heavy rain, so that was good. Got back and chilled out in the pool. I mean, it's still nice and warm. It didn't really put a damper on things. It was quite cool walking through the rain, but that was pretty mental. Quick one from the pool, which is just outside my dorm room, which is over there. Just done a hike, which was really nice to start with, and then it started doing this halfway through, but still not a bad little spot. And it's lovely in the water. So overall, really sick to just like hang out in the middle of the forest for a couple of days in this hostel. Went back to Santa Marta and stayed another couple of nights, and then went to Tayrona National Park, which is one of the more famous like places you can stay in Colombia, certainly in the north. Really gorgeous, beautiful national park. It's a big rainforest that goes right down onto the beach, like a long stretch of coastline with some really gorgeous beaches. You can stay in the park as well, which is what we did. So went over there with a French girl called Rama and a Dutch girl called Danish girl called Marie, and we did like a 2-hour hike into the park to like a little beach called Cabo San Juan, where you can stay. I think I've got a video, certainly got a photo. We stayed in this like little hut, which was just open air hammocks underneath it. That was right out on a rock on the middle of into the sea. So that looked like this. So that was like a really cool place to just sleep for the night in the hammocks, like the waves splashing around and like the sea breeze coming through. And I mean the walk itself actually to there, which was really nice, just through the jungle. and along the coastline as well. So yeah, really beautiful to kind of go walking through there. The next day after we'd slept, Marie and I went on a longer hike, which was back through the forest, uphill a long way to Pueblito, which is like a tiny little sort of like indigenous settlement. There was an old ruins there, and then some covered huts where some of the Tayrona people still live, which was pretty cool. It was hard work getting there. Hi Maria, how you doing?
Not great.
We're currently walking up. Well, this is the path. It's not a path, it's a load of rocks, including some quite steep climbs. Right thick in the middle of the jungle. But really cool. You literally just were walking up these big stones, not even a path, like through the jungle. Had to properly climb up some, and then when we got to the village, that was really cool as well. Wasn't many people there, and cool to just walk around this clearing in the middle of the jungle where people used to live. There's no one here. Pretty cool. So, yeah, all in all, Tayrona, absolutely gorgeous, like gorgeous beaches, amazing hikes. And yeah, really good week. I moved on then after that to a place called Palomino, which I'll talk about in the next vlog, which I might film now. But overall, sick week. Hope you're well, as always. Thanks for watching. Hit me up anytime, messages, let me know how you're doing. And yeah, speak to you soon.
Es de Ipiales, pero ella es como de campo.